welcome to Good Day Dakota. I'm Josh Meny. Thank you for waking up with us this Tuesday morning. And our top story, honoring those who gave their all. Pandemic or not, the state made sure we honored the men and women who have fought for our country. However, they had to do it a little differently this year in order to make it as safe as possible. This year, they held the Memorial Day ceremony virtually and only had a handful of people who were allowed to attend due to social distancing. Governor Doug Burgum, Senator Kevin Cramer, and Major General Al Dorman all gave speeches, with the keynote speaker being former North Dakota National Guard officer Major Arnie Streb, who gave a very powerful and emotional tribute.
This is a day of remembrance, right? Even with the coronavirus, those members that gave their lives for their country still need to be remembered, okay? And so it's a special day that, unfortunately, due to the coronavirus, it changed it a little bit, maybe caused us to pivot to the left or pivot to the right. It was the right thing to do, though.
The Vietnam Vets and Legacy Vets Motorcycle Club held their annual Memorial Day honor ride yesterday afternoon as well. They had 400 bikers ride through Main Street to honor veterans. North Dakota law enforcement held a Memorial Day parade Monday evening to honor fallen officers, veterans, and public safety family. There are more than 40 employees from EMS, police departments, and others from around North Dakota. The vehicles drove through the parade route on the North Dakota side of the state capitol and ended at the Veterans Cemetery south of Mandan. Sergeant Kurt Olson says he came up with the idea after seeing a virtual candlelight vigil in Washington, D.C. and wanted to do something to honor the 64 officers who have lost their lives in North Dakota.
We collectively, as brothers and sisters in law enforcement, fire and EMS, the entire public safety family, can get together and honor those that were paid the ultimate sacrifice in the line of duty. It's a way to do that where we can still social distance.
7 of the officers killed in North Dakota were also veterans. We'll have more Memorial Day stories coming up. Moving on to other news, Minot police are investigating a homicide that took place early Monday morning. Police were called to the scene at the Economy Hotel at 225 22nd Ave Northwest in Minot yesterday morning around 6:45 and found a male victim with multiple stab wounds. He was transported to Trinity Hospital where he was pronounced dead. 56-year-old Milo Whitetail was arrested for murder. The name of the victim has not been released pending family notification. The Minot Police Department is also investigating an accidental shooting death that happened Sunday in northwest Minot. 37-year-old Connie Elizabeth Rod died at Trinity Hospital on Sunday. Initial reports to MPD said a male subject accidentally discharged a firearm, striking Rod. His name has not been released in accordance with Marcy's law. A young boy lost his life after a UTV crash around 3:45 Monday afternoon. According to the Highway Patrol, the incident happened about a half-mile south of Mountain, North Dakota, in the northeastern part of the state. A 10-year-old boy was driving a Polaris Ranger, which is a utility terrain vehicle, or UTV, when it left the road and tipped onto its driver's side. The boy was ejected and died at the scene. He was not wearing a seatbelt or a helmet. The crash remains under investigation. In a separate incident, there was a motorcycle crash Monday morning involving 2 riders who were a part of a group ride for Memorial Day. According to the Highway Patrol, the incident involved 2 motorcycles, a 2006 Harley Davidson driven by a 61-year-old Mandan man and a 2009 Victory driven by a 59-year-old Mandan man. They were both heading west on the bridge around 11:30 Monday morning for a Memorial Day group ride. Troopers say the Harley rear-ended the Victory after it had stopped for traffic in front of it. The driver of the Harley was ejected and transported to a nearby hospital with serious injuries. The driver of the Victory was not hurt. Neither rider was wearing a helmet, and the crash remains under investigation. In our COVID-19 North Dakota watch, another person has died and 40 additional people tested positive for the coronavirus. Yesterday, state health officials say the overall number of cases here rose to 2,457. And with the 1 new death being reported, that brings the statewide total to 54. The latest victim was a woman in her 80s from Cass County with underlying health conditions. As we break down the new cases by county, Cass saw the largest increase with 37. Grand Forks County saw 2 and Ransom 1 new case. On a positive note, 1,551 people have recovered, meaning there are 852 active cases here in the state. The number of patients currently in the hospital is 41. That's only up 1 from our previous numbers. As we previously reported, the state lab experienced a recent malfunction on 2 pieces of lab equipment. The North Dakota Department of Health says to be cautious, health officials will retest 82 individuals. The malfunction is being corrected and will not impact lab processing or capacity. So far, 23 retests are complete. There was 1 positive with the remaining 22 negative. For now, the previous results remain in the total positive count and will be adjusted as needed as those retested results come back in. Governor Burgum is expected to give more information this afternoon at his press briefing. For a closer look at the numbers and for all the latest information on the coronavirus, including resources and prevention, visit our website, kxnet.com. There's still plenty of news and weather ahead on Good Day Dakota, including an annual Memorial Day celebration is canceled, but that didn't stop people from showing their support for our nation's fallen heroes. We'll have the story after the break. And Amber will have your full weather forecast in just a bit.
Watching Good Day Dakota with Josh Meny, Alicia Huck, and weather with meteorologist Amber Wheeler. Good Day Dakota on KX News, putting North Dakota first.